Expect everybody to say yes on that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so my name is David Kushner. I'm from Right Line Trading, and I am the money flow tracker software and prop trader. The money flow tracker software uses mathematical modeling along with artificial intelligence. Let's see. This is the team over at Right Line. That's me in the top left right-hand corner. Mark Miller is the owner. Rory takes care of all the internal stuff. Sergio is our programmer, and Craig and David run the other rooms, and Charles takes care of all our technical stuff. So before we get started, we have to do the disclaimer. And basically, a disclaimer is saying that we're not giving any buy, sell, hold recommendations. We're not a financial advisor, nor do we want to be. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This is neither an offer to buy or sell futures or options, and no representation is being made that any account where is likely to achieve profits or loss similar to those discussed on this website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology not indicative of future results, and everything we talk about is for educational purposes only. Okay, so who am I? So my name is David Kushner. I've been trading the markets for over 25 plus years. I've traded stocks, forex, futures, options. My background was I had an automotive parts business that I started when I was 18. Had that business for 28 years before I sold it, and since then I've been a full-time trader. Okay, so like most of you, you probably have a whole shelf or hard drive full of indicators, trading systems that came with a lot of empty promises of helping you become a more profitable, more consistent trader. So I do. I've probably spent a false fortune on trading systems and indicators and all this stuff that people said that would be work and this and that. I was sitting in a webinar that Mark Sachs did, and I saw the money flow tracker software, and it was like a light bulb went off inside my head. And I quickly realized that this methodology isn't based around the same old indicators that everybody else teaches, but more based on mathematical modeling and triple and quadruple screen analysis. And I'll explain what that is. I only trade with institutional money flow. It's made me much more profitable and much more consistent trader. And now I'm running over a 70+ win-loss rate. So this is the agenda for the webinar, and I'm going to keep it within an hour. I'm going to talk about how the money flow tracker software works, the high probability setups, the unbreakable rules, how I trade breakouts and sidestep losing trades, the money flow tracker auto trader, and how to pass the evaluations. So for those who stay till the end of this presentation, it's about 45 minutes or so, we have a very special discount that we just came up with, plus some additional software for quick action bonuses. So do you ever wonder why some traders succeed while others don't? I've always wondered, how come this guy seems to be making money and this guy is struggling? Well, you know, in the world of trading, the difference between success and failure can be as stark as day and night. Let's delve into the reasons why some traders thrive while others stumble. First thing, lack of a trading plan. You know, successful traders meticulously plan their moves. They know what they'll trade and how they'll trade. So without a solid trading plan, you're like a ship without a compass. Well, you know, you don't realize, but you have a plan on everything you do. You get in the car, you want to go somewhere. You know exactly what to do. You know what streets to turn on, how you're going to get there, what you're going to do when you get there, and how you're going to get home. That's your plan. And trading has to be the same way. You have to know what instruments you're going to trade, what time frames, and you know, you have to have a plan. The second thing is you don't have an edge in the market. An edge is a unique advantage in the market. It could be a specific strategy, it could be technical analysis, or just understanding a particular asset class. You know, and traders lack an edge, often struggle. So our edge is the money flow tracker software and trading with institutional order flow. So when I talk about order flow in this webinar from this point forward, I'm talking about institutional order flow, okay? The psychological challenges, trading is very much about psychology, and it's about numbers, it's about fear and greed, and patience, and impatience can sabotage even the best strategies. So developing mental resilience and emotional discipline is crucial. I call it mental mindset. Okay. Um, Next thing, over trading. I know everybody's guilty of this, even me. Excessive trading leads to exhaustion and poor decision making. So quality over quantity matters. So in the trade room, we have a saying: we're not here to make trades, we're here to make money. And what I mean by that is we're here to take high probability setups and make money. So we don't do a ton of trades. We don't do 20 trades a day. We don't do 5 trades. Maybe we do 3 or 4 trades a day. Once we hit our profit goal, we're done trading. And not being able to adapt to markets. Markets evolve, and traders who refuse to adapt to changing conditions fall behind. So remember, trading success is not guaranteed, but understanding these pitfalls can improve your odds. So you need 4 things to create trading success. The first thing you need is software that will provide you with a competitive edge over all other traders. You need that edge to track the direction of money flow. And when I say money flow, I'm only referring to institutional money flow. You need etched in stone rules to follow, and that will eliminate discretion. And the 4th thing, which I really believe is the most important thing, is patience. Patience to let the trade set up. Some days we don't get any setups. We don't have everything lined up, and we don't take any trades, and that's okay. So I'm going to break the system down in detail. But before we do that, let me show you a couple of trades that we've taken. This was an option trade. This was another option trade. This was a trade on 30-year bonds. We had a setup here, and we just waited. We closed it at the end of the day for $1,281. Here's a trade on the euro. Okay, so from the poll, it's likely you have a problem making money. And why? Why do you have a problem making money? You don't have the proper tools to efficiently manage your trades. You overtrade, you revenge trade, you make impulsive decisions, you lack consistency. You trade with indicators that lag price, and you lack a mathematical proven trade methodology. And all these things lead to blowing trading accounts. All right. So my commitment to you for coming to this webinar and listening to what I have to say is to bring this to an end. So why do they say that 95 to 98% of traders go broke? Because they use the same old things that everybody else uses: price action, MACD, Elliott wave, divergence, Fibonacci's, all these things. None of these things have any future predictive properties. Now, I'm not saying that the money flow tracker can predict the future, because that would be totally false. Nothing can predict the future. Mark Sachs was the developer of the money flow tracker. He has 15 plus years in the study of a field of applied mathematics. He was a professor at Jefferson University, and after 8 long years, he engineers the money flow tracker software and trade methodology that can improve your trade performance. And we have over 500 traders that we trade between the 3 trade rooms, shoulder to shoulder, every morning. So before we get started, let me show you my trade journal. Okay, I use a program called Edgewonk. It's an online trade journal. Every day, at the end of the day, I do my performance report. I upload my performance reports into an Excel file right from NinjaTrader. Let me log into here. And it puts it in this file here. It even puts the trade ID in here. And so every day I upload it into this program. And what it does is it brings all my trades in. It gives the trade ID from NinjaTrader. But better yet, it gives me the data that I need to analyze to see how am I doing trading. right? Here's my equity curve for this year. Nice, steady, rising equity curve, right? Here is a, let's go here. So let's go back to June. So look what we did in June, right? The days that say no trades means that those days were really choppy and we didn't have any setups, right? If you look at May was really choppy. We didn't trade on the 1st. So we didn't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days in May that we didn't trade. What did we do in May? $9,800. And we didn't trade 9 days. So the point is that if you have bad markets, if you have choppy markets, we're not going to get setups on the money flow tracker software, right? So we don't take trades unless we have setups. So it keeps us out of bad markets and choppy markets. And you can see, I mean, look, the days we had setups, we did really good. We had one losing day of 110, and then we had another losing day of 440, and then the next day we came up with $2,600 trades. All right, so you don't have to trade every day. If the markets aren't conducive to our type of trading, which is we're trend traders, then we don't take trades. If we don't have setups, we don't take trades. And we can go back and look different months, and there's always days that we don't take trades. But look what we've done so far in July. We've only did $6,900. June, we killed it. We did $19,771, and I think this was our best month ever. Okay, so we've had some slower months: 5,000, 5,500, 11,000, 6,200. So this is my trade journal. Now I'm taking all the data. My win rate is 72.67, but my profit factor is 3.21. It's over 3 to 1. All right, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. So Venu, I trade with the prop firms, so I don't have to put up any capital. All right, and I'll explain this as we go on. So look, the market consists of many small retail traders, which are these marbles, plus one or more large institutional trader, which is the big purple ball. So if we already know that retail traders lose money, why would you want to trade along with them? We want to trade when the institutional traders are trading. It makes it easy trading when we do that. The next thing. So the money flow tracker software system uses 3 key metrics that determine money flow. First thing is triple screen assessment of correlative markets using our AI software, triple screen assessment of order flow, and triple screen assessment of the Laguerre for momentum. So what do I mean by triple screen assessment? I mean that 3 time frames in agreement. Okay, we have our shortest time frame, our longest time frame, and our mid time. They have to be in agreement. Either 3 time frame buy or 3 time frame sell. Triple screen assessment of order flow is the first powerful force that moves price. So when I say order flow, most people think of these type of candles with all these numbers on the right, on the left, on the top, on the bottom, on the side, inside out, backwards, and sideways. It's virtually impossible for you to make good trading decisions on these type of candles, right? So what we did is we developed our own candles. So when I say triple screen assessment of order flow, means the same thing. We want 3 time frames in agreement of order flow. We don't want to see the higher time frame order flow going up, the mid time frame order flow going down, and the trading time frame order flow going up. Okay, so what we did was our order flow candles look just like this. If the outline of the candle is green, means the delta of the candle is positive. If the outline of the candle is red, means the delta of the candle is negative. I like to look at it this way. If the outline of the candle is green, there's more buyers than sellers. If the outline of the candle is red, there's more sellers than buyers. And keep it simple, right? I just wanted to show you what our charts look like. Very simple to look at, very easy to look for a setup. You have to have everything below you green. You have to have everything like this. So it's very easy to. Yes. All right. The second most powerful force that moves price is triple screen assessment of the Laguerre and our hybrid candles, which are the wicks inside the candles. So again, triple screen assessment of the Laguerre is we want 3 time frames in agreement. Right? So the wicks. So Renko bars don't normally have wicks inside of them. All right, you have to look at your scaling on the right to see where price is in the candle. We developed an indicator that will show the price action inside the Unirenko bar, and we use this to our advantage a lot of times. And I'll explain to you when we get into a little bit further along in the webinar. So the smaller wicks equal momentum, and the longer wicks are pullbacks. All right, so the modified Laguerre. So we took all these indicators, we added an algorithm to them, and we developed a modified Laguerre. The modified Laguerre is an oscillator. It does not show divergence. It only shows strength of trend. All right. So the modified Laguerre is on the bottom here. And the modified Laguerre line indicator is right above it. So when this crosses below 20, it turns red. When it crosses above and sloping up, it'll be lime green. When it crosses over 80, it will be green. And when it crosses below and sloping down, right? But we want it to be pinned at 100 or pinned at 0. So we get our acceleration dots, right? So now we're going to talk about the quant lines using our AI network, which used to be called, years ago, they used to call AI neural networks. And that's the third most powerful force that moves price. So what our quant lines are doing is they're showing 28 market components. They're examined by the AI system for correlation. Now, most people know about correlation. Most people don't pay a damn attention to it, but we do because we feel that it's very important. So if the ES is going up and the NQ and the YM, if all the markets are going up together, that's great. If the ES is going down, but NQ, YM, and RTY are going up, what do you think is going to happen to ES? It's not going to go down as fast as you would want it to. So we want to see all the markets in agreement, lined up. So the next thing we did was we said, you know what? We need to add another time frame just to keep us out of choppy markets. So we added what we call the C2 indicator. And also C2 indicator adds another time frame. So our time frames are in multiples of 3. So if you're trading a 2-minute, your next time frame will be a 6-minute, your next time frame would be an 18-minute. So just take 18 times 3, and that will be your C2 setting. So now we're looking not at 3 time frames in agreement, we're looking for 4 time frames in agreement to give us even a high probability setup. So the C2 indicator is the stair-stepping line that is above the candles, green going up and dark red going down. All right, any questions? No questions? I know Rory's been answering some of them, but okay, so I'll just keep on going. So putting it together is easier than you think. So the rules and the setups. So if you can follow these easy to follow rules, you should have very high probability trades. I am not saying that every trade is going to be a winner. It's virtually impossible for every trade to be a winner, all right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying very high probability trades, all right? So here are the rules. First thing you need is a colored background, green or dark pink. The next thing we need is the C2 indicator. The third thing we need is the solid line, which is our trend line, and the dot dash line we call the 15 needs to be, the trend line needs to be above the 15 going up and below the 15 going down. If we run into obstruction, a pivot, the VWAP, higher time frame support resistance, we have to wait for that to clear that obstruction by 3/4 of the body of the candle, and then we must wait for pullback candle. And I will explain to this a little bit later in the webinar why we wait for the pullback candle. Both quants must be in agreement, either red or green. The multiple time frame LIQUIDITY must be either red or green. The multiple time frame, the modified LIQUIDITY must be in agreement and must be pinned at 0 or 100. So we get our acceleration dots. So here's the setup. Here's the result. 63 ticks on this trade. And we use exit on line change. So when the 15 changes color from green to yellow or green to red, it will automatically exit the trade using our, we call the NDT, which is our execution tool. And that's it. Trading with the money flow tracker rules will keep you out of choppy, non-trending markets, which those are the markets that usually lead to losses, where most traders lose money. People say, I made money yesterday, I lost money today, I made money, it's like it's a vicious cycle. Make money in trending markets, lose money, all the money in choppy markets. Make money in trending markets, lose all the money in choppy markets. It's like a wheel going round and round, and you're just spinning your wheels. Well, we need that to stop. All right? It's okay not to trade every day. Right? It's okay. There's no rule in the world that says you're sitting in front of your computer, you have to take a trade. No. You take a trade when you have a setup. Okay, that's when you take the trade, when you have a setup. If you don't have a setup, you cannot take a trade. Period. That's just the way it is. That's the rules that we follow every day for the last 3 years in the trading room. Every day we follow the same rules, and we do very well by following those rules. All right, so here's a trade that I took on CL. It broke the pivot. We got a pullback here. It pulled back, went down again, another candle really quick. I missed that one, so I took it on this one. I got my first profit target of 10 ticks, and then I exited on line change. Okay, it was another 55 ticks. So that's 550. It's $650, and I trade 6 accounts. So times 6, you do the math. So the money flow tracker software gives you clear and exact entries. Either meets the rules or it doesn't. Clear and exact exits, and you get all your targets and all your ATMs included with the software. Yeah, I agree with you, Vinu. The markets have been really fast, very choppy the last couple of days. So I'm going to teach you how I trade breakouts using the money flow tracker. I call it the pullback and growth strategy. So this is, let me grab my pen here. Choose color. All right. So this is the strategy. This is a pivot. This is the shaded areas, higher time frame support. So look, it broke the pivot by 3/4 of a candle. We get a pullback candle. As this candle is pulling back to about halfway, when it pulls back to halfway, we click on our button that says sell on down close, and we place our order. Now, if the market continues on down, we're making money. But let's say the market's coming down, it goes down, breaks support, pulls back, and goes like that. As soon as this candle would close up, right, this order will automatically get canceled. And we sidestep a lot of losing trades using this method. Some days we don't get follow through. That's why we wait for the pullback candle. right? So here's one on RTY, broke, got the pullback candle, place the order, first profit target, second profit target. Here's one on crude oil. Here's two of them on the Canadian dollar. All right, so now let's talk about the money flow tracker auto trader. I'm big on the auto traders. So here's one that the auto trader took for 704 ticks. Here's another one for 665 ticks. Here's another one for 1,016 ticks. Here's one for 792 ticks that it took. So what does it do? I'm always asked, what does the auto trader do? Well, I'm going to pull up the strategy because it's easier for me to show you on the strategy than it is on the screenshot. So basically, it does everything that we following the rules. We want the bias, which is the colored background, in the C2. We want the Laguerre to be red or green. We want the multiple time frame Laguerre to be red or green. We could use a volume threshold, whatever. We want the 50 above the 15. We want the 15 to be red or green. We don't want anything trading on yellow. We want the 50 to be red or green. We don't want anything to trade on yellow. We want those. The MA diff. Now the MA diff is very important. And let me pull over this chart and well, I can't when I have this open, but I'll explain it to you. We want to clear the pivots so it won't trade until 3/4 of the candle clears the pivot. The volume zones, which are the higher time frame support and resistance, it will not trade unless 3/4 of a candle breaks that. We want the quant signals to be red or green, and we don't want it to trade into the VWAP. And we need a first profit target. So let's say this was on CL. Well, our first profit target is 10, right? So we set all our parameters, everything here, right? Just following the rules. I'm checking off things on the rule. This is basically the rules, right? The MA diff is how far, it's up here in the top left-hand corner, right here. MA diff is 58. So it's telling us we're 58 away from the 50. So it's telling us how far away from the 50 are we? When we get too far away from the 50, the market will pulls back. Probably 85% of the time. Sometimes it doesn't, but most of the time it pulls back. So I had a couple of trades already this morning on the money flow tracker auto trader on MNQ is our swing trade we use. So basically these are all the parameters. This is the equity curve for 2021 and 2022. I don't have 2023 because I lost all my data and I can't get it back, so I don't have it, but I'm keeping it for 2024. So here was a trade that the money flow tracker auto trader took, and I recorded it because it hit my first profit target really fast, and I felt like this was going to be a trade that was going to go really high. Right? I'm going to fast forward it. So here we're up 315 ticks. We're up 523 ticks. We're up 551 ticks. And we ended up out at 570 ticks. So we trade MNQ with this particular strategy. 80 ticks is our first target. We trade 4 micros total. So we take 2 off at 80. So that's $80. And we took 2 off at 570 ticks. So that's $570 plus 80 is $650 trade right here. And this was all taken by the Revo strategy. All right. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? And we're testing the Revo strategy, the auto trader, on other markets right now. So far they're looking pretty well, pretty good. This is what it did so far this morning on YM, $355. All right. So I guess you want to know how to pass the evaluations. Look, all I can tell you is don't focus on the carrot. In other words, don't focus on how much money you're going to make. Be more concerned on how much money you could lose. You know, professional traders don't worry about their profits. They only are concerned about their losses. Okay, their concern is their risk. And if you stay concerned about your risk, your profits will take care of themselves, and you'll be surprised how they do take care of themselves. Focus on trading well. Focus on your process, your trading process, your methodology. For us, we focus on the money flow tracker software along with our setups, and that's what we wait for. We wait for our setups. And like I said before, if we don't get setups, we don't take trades. So if you focus on trading well, the profits will take care of themselves. You know, the challenges or evaluations, whatever they're called these days, are really designed to make you fail because of the parameters they put in place, like choosing the correct account size, choosing the right drawdown that you have, how many trading days to pass, the trailing drawdown, which is the biggest one, and sloppy trading. So this is my process. So if I'm trading a 50K evaluation account, or even on my 50K funded account, you're not trading 50K, okay? You're not trading a $50,000 account. You're trading your drawdown, all right? Your drawdown is $2,500. So you're trading a $2,500 account. If you get more concerned about your drawdown and protecting your drawdown, you'll see how things will change. So what I do is I don't risk any more than 10% of my account, net 10% on any one trade. My max risk is $250. So because we use the 40 tick stop on NQ, that's over my max risk. So I just trade MNQ to stay within my max risk per trade. So if you are a trader that's trading one-to-one, you need to be at least 60% profitable to be 60% win rate to be profitable. If you're trading 2-to-1, you can be profitable at 40%. And if you're trading 3-to-1, like basically I am, I could be profitable trading 30% win rate. But I'm over 60%, so I don't worry about it. All right. So rather than avoid risk, I recommend take intelligent risk, and this will give you the competitive edge, just like this little mouse is doing. He's saying, I'm going to get that piece of cheese, but what if that thing flops over and hits me in the head? Well, he's got his hard hat on. That's intelligent risk. So what is trading success? Trading success equals financial freedom. You have no financial pressure. You work from home. You have no boss. You have no commute. And you have the advantage of being a full-time trader, which means that if you don't feel like trading today, you don't have to. You know, you don't have to answer to anybody. All right. So now I've showed you everything I can show you about the Money Flow Tracker software, about my trading, about what we do and how we do it. So now you have two options. If you're a successful trader, then do nothing and continue on your current path. But from the poll, most of you, I would say, want to be more successful or be more consistent traders. So take action today and join the thousands of traders that trade 4 hours plus or minus a day from home, have no boss, and total financial freedom. Yeah, I doesn't. So Venu, I don't trade options with a prop firm. All right. Apex does not allow auto trading, right, Brad? But I trade with Vuelnox and they do. I do both. I do automated trading and I do manual trading. All right. So the benefits and features of the money flow tracker software. It's easy to learn. I showed you the charts. It's very simple. It's perfect for beginners. Sometimes I wish I was a beginner. It's perfect for any account size. We have lots of people that trade micros, and that's what they want to do, and they're perfectly happy with that. And you can trade futures, forex, stocks. You can trade stock options with it. Pretty much almost any market that has volume, you could trade it. You know, we have lots of people that that subscribe to the money flow tracker software just for the auto trader, and they trade the MNQ swing trade. And in the MNQ swing trade, I'll show you the parameters. We have built-in money management. So what they do is the people that are that's not right. That's not the right. The people that MNQ swing trade. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Edit. No, that's not it. Well, I could show you here. Oh, here it is. Edit. So we have built-in money management in the MNQ swing trade, right? So what it does is you can set it. So what most people do is they set it at 500 and they set their max risk at 250. So, and they turn it on before they go to work. You can have it set. There's a parameters right here to set when you want it to trade. I have mine trading 24 hours. I just turn it on whenever I want, but you can say 9:30 till, 3 o'clock if you want, whatever you want. Once it reaches 500, it will stop trading. If you're in a trade and your trade ends up 700, then it will stop trading. So it's 500 or more will stop trading. If you lose 250, it will stop trading. And you can set here at the bottom, because you're trading with the prop firm, you have to close it by the end of the day. So we have this: close, exit on session, close the seconds before it closes. Okay. All right. So for the first 10 traders to come on board, we're going to give you some powerful additional software. All right. The first thing you'll get is the market analyzer. So what the market analyzer does, and this isn't my market analyzer because I trade futures and we use Unirangers, but the market analyzer will tell you when you have a potential trade set up. So let's say you're trading Apple on a 5-minute and you get a buy. You go look at the chart, see if you have a setup. It's not saying that I have a definite trade. What it's saying is that you have a potential setup. So this is a $9.99 value. You will get this as part of your package. The NDT, this is our executioner platform. It's a one-click order submission execution platform. How you set your ATM, you put your account in there. We charge $14.99. You will get that as part of your package. You'll get the master class series on futures, forex, stocks, and options, and these are really good. I've watched them. And for the and you'll get 1 month in my trading room. Now, our trading rooms were part of a study by this Dr. Allen, and he reviewed more than 225 trading websites and evaluated them using several factors, including transparency, proven track record, and assisting traders with educational materials and online support. And we came out on top. And this was published in Traders World and Stock and Commodity Magazine. So this is the offer that we're doing. And this is a real special offer because we were charging more and we decided to do a special offer. Normally, the money flow tracker software is $23.95 a year. We're giving a 50% off at $11.97 a year. That's less than $100 a month. Or if you would like a lifetime license, we're doing $19.97 for a lifetime license, 50% off. If you'd like to do a monthly, we're giving $200 off a monthly. And this will expire, I think it expires on Friday. So it's urgent for you to do this if you plan on doing it, and you will get the bonuses. You'll get the Money Flow Tracker Auto Trader, which is $29.97 alone. You'll get that as part of your package. You'll get the execution platform, the market scanner, 1 month in my trade room, the tutorial videos, and your software will be installed and by Charles. So you don't have to do anything. He'll install it, set it all up for you, and I will be coaching you. So here's my commitment to you is when you subscribe to the Money Flow Tracker software is to help you become a successful trader. Remember, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. Again, if you're not successful, it's not your fault. You're just not using the right tools. So it's like trying to pound a nail with a pair of pliers or a screwdriver. Yeah, eventually you'll get it to go in, but if you use the right tool, it'll go in fast. You know, the Money Flow Tracker software is totally unique and will give you the edge to trade with the institutional order flow. So again, my commitment to you is to teach you not just how to read the setups, but also help you develop the mental mindset you must have in order to achieve financial independence. Okay, let's go back here. So let's see. You know, it's so essential we can't use auto with Apex. Okay, so I trade with Buellnox, right? Buellnox, Apex, I don't know. I know Daryl Martin very well. I've known him for probably 15 years. They have put so many rules and things in place that it like you can't even figure out what they are. Buellnox, I can trade news with Buellnox. They don't really care. You know, they don't really care because the bottom line is once you get a funded account, all they care about is that you make money, so they make money, right? So if you go to the chat window in GoToWebinar and you click on this link here, right? As a matter of fact, I'll make it easier for you. I'm going to put the link here in the questions area and I'll send it to all of you. All right. So you don't even have to go to this if you don't want to. You see, GoToWebinar on my screen. Yours is blacked out. Can everybody just the chat? Okay. Anyway, so if you go to that, can you see this, Roy? Okay. If you go here and you go down to the bottom, you don't even need a coupon code. If you want to do the annual, you don't need a coupon code. Just click on it and you can see that it took it off $11.97 for the year. And what we're going to do is next year when you do your renewal for 2025, we're going to keep it at the same discounted price as you paid this year. And you'll get the masterclass, the NDT, the auto trader, the room, white glove installation. You'll get everything that I explained to you. And so all you have to do is go here, put in your information, and you'll be good. And we'll contact you and you'll set up an appointment with Charles. And okay. Or if you prefer to contact us and ask us all kinds of questions, if you have any additional questions, just put your name and your phone number in the questions box and we will give you a call after the webinar. You put your phone number in there, Olivier, that would be fine. and we'll give you a call. And, you know, look, a lot of people don't like to do, let's see. Yeah, Oliver, if you could put your phone number in, Rory said it would be better. Yeah, Olivier, just put your phone number in there. Look, this day and age, people don't want to make big purchases online. They would prefer to do it in person. So if you'd like to do that, just put your name and your phone number in the questions box. We'll give you a call after the webinar. You have no obligation to purchase. All right. All right. The next thing. So look, it's a well-known fact that 95 to 98% of day traders and swing traders are losing money. So look, this guy here, retail trader. This is what retail traders do. I have a friend that works for a brokerage, and he told me, he said, look, retail traders come in, they open up an account, they put in probably on the average 5,000, and within a month or two, that account's gone. All right, the retail traders they're flushing their money, all right, but not our traders. Our traders, because when retail traders lose, who do you think makes money? The institutional traders. So we trade with the institutional traders. So we're going to trade and we're going to make money on that. So why would you want to trade with retail traders when you know that most of them lose money? Ours trade because we trade with institutional order flow. All right. So again, this is the sale that we're doing, and it's urgent. Personally, I don't understand why anybody wouldn't take advantage of this opportunity. You know, opportunities don't come along very often, and I could give you a little quick story. I was a struggling trader for years, even thought about quitting a few times. And I just happened to catch a webinar that Mark Sachs was doing over 3 years ago. And I said, this is it. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. So here's a chart on YM, right? I don't like to have to look at 5 different charts to determine what the market's doing. All right. All I need to do is wait for a colored background. The colored background is telling me I have 3 time frames in agreement. This particular chart, I have the C2, so I know I have 4 or 5 time frames in agreement. And everything below here is red. So that's it. I only have to look at one chart. Otherwise, if I didn't, how would I know if I have 3 time frames in agreement? I wouldn't. But because I'm using the money flow tracker software and it colors the background, that's when I know I have 3 time frames in agreement. Yes, John. I use it the same way. You just have to get stock data for NinjaTrader. You can get it through Kinetic, bar charts, eSignal. And yes, the Auto Trader is a semi-automated trading. No, we do not have it on TradingView. Okay, we don't have it on TradingView. So Rory's asking me, Oliver, are you still here? Olivier. You're in France. Okay. Okay. So look, $11.97, less than $100 a month, or lifetime for $19.97. Oh, Olivier, Rory's asking me if you could he uses WhatsApp. So if you can put your WhatsApp in there, he'd appreciate it. And we're doing $19.97 for a lifetime license. All right, this is a big discount from what we were doing. Or if you want to do monthly, you can do $3.97. But and you'll get the money flow tracker minute chart templates along with that as an extra bonus. Okay. So this is a reel of about 30 different testimonials that customers have given us. But this particular woman, I always seem to, her story just hits me every time. So she didn't know anything about trading, nothing, zero. And she just happened to be in a webinar. She just happened to be listening to the webinar that Mark did. And she contacted him and she said she wanted to learn how to trade. So like she says, Mark taught me things, right? Taught her everything. Sat her down in front of a computer, told her what to look for. She said, when you have a dark pink background and all this stuff lines up, I want you to click on down close. And when you have a green background and all these things lines up, I want you to click on up close. So that's what she did for 4 months. That's all she did, is sat there and sat there and sat there. Well, to make a long story short, she's a 6-figure trader now, and she doesn't trade every day either. If she doesn't have a setup, she doesn't take the trades. Right? This is a testimonial that was written into Rightline from one of the people that are in my trading room. And this particular guy said to me, he was in a webinar just like you are, and he said that he's the world's worst trader and he's been spinning his wheels for a long time and he's thinking about quitting, but he really likes what he sees and he wants to give it a shot. And he asked for my help. So I said, yes, I will give you help. So I'm just going to read this part here. You know, he in my trading room every morning, he follows the rules. We only take specific setups. And right now, this is like a year old. So he's told me he has 10 Bullnox accounts and he has 15 Apex accounts. So he says here, the money flow tracker, along with my methodology, it lets him act like a robot and eliminates any guesswork or emotions from his trading. So every day he uses the NDT and every day he makes it really simple. He just follows the rules. When he sees the correct setup, his whole mindset is see setup, push button, see setup, push button. And that's the way he handles his emotions. So, and he does really well now. So again, $11.97, 50% off the year and next year. Or if you like a lifetime license, we're doing $19.97. Or a monthly at $3.97, we're giving $200 off of that. And you'll get the auto trader, you'll get the NDT execution platform, the scanner, a month in my room, all the training tutorials, and white glove installation by Charles. And you'll get the money flow tracker minute charts as an extra bonus. So if you're interested in the software, if you're interested in talking to us before you make your purchase or your subscription, just put your name and your phone number in the questions box and Rory will give you a call after the webinar and you can ask him as many questions as you want. If you don't live in the country, you either put your WhatsApp or your Skype and he'll call you on that. And you can do your purchase right through him, or you can go right to the website like I showed you here and do your purchase right from here through that link. If you happen to just be on Rightlines, if you go to rightlinetrading.com and you're on the home page, just go down to trading systems, money flow tracker, click here, and it brings you to the same page. All right. One of the reasons we don't have it on TradingView is because TradingView, it's a great platform, but it's a great platform, except it has limitations. So, you know, we can't do that. Anyways, Jim, this is my top trading strategy. This is all I trade with. And I've been trading with this now for the last 3.5 years that I've been doing the trading room and trading with the software. I've probably been trading with the software for 4 years, but I've been doing the room for 3.5 years. Because I was doing so well with the software, they asked me if I wanted to do a Forex room. So I said, yeah, but the Forex market was so slow, then we switched to futures. And to make a long story short, that's where we're at right now. And we're not changing anything because we do very well. And I'm really proud of some of the people in the room have become excellent traders. And a lot of them have come to me and said, I'm thinking of quitting. And now they're like, they love the money flow tracker software. Okay. You know, trading with institutional order flow is key for us. How do we tell when we have institutional order flow? Okay, I'll show you. See, on the bottom corner of this chart, there's these numbers, right? And they reset back to 0 every minute. So on NQ, we're usually looking for about 15 to 1800 contracts per minute, right? We're only at 1200 and we're 4 seconds left in this candle. So it's low volume. So the higher the volume, the better. But we don't take trades when it's low volume because there's no institutional trading going on. It's lunchtime right now. That's how we tell when institutional are trading. When big volume comes in, you know it's institutional money. Because retail traders trade 1Zs and 2Zs and 3Zs, you know, and it doesn't show up that way. So any other questions? And no other questions? All right. Well, personally, you know, I hope to be working with a lot of you in the trading room starting tomorrow if you subscribe today. And that's pretty much all we got here today. I've showed you my trade results. I've showed you the money flow tracker software. I've showed you the strategy I use for trading breakouts. I've showed you the auto traders. John is in the room. He's maybe about 3 weeks now. He's been subscribing. He's starting to do well. All right, Rory. Rory will give you a call after. I know you have some questions. I know. Look, if you want to ask questions, just put your name and your phone number in the questions box. Look, I asked lots of questions before I even subscribed 3.5 years ago. I mean, I talked to Rory for about an hour asking all kinds of questions because I wanted to make sure that, you know, this is exactly what I wanted. And it was the best investment I ever made. I did the lifetime, right? But it was the best investment that I've made in my trading career. It's turned everything around for me personally, and it's turned a lot of people's trading around in the room. You know, I'm not, you know, I'm being totally honest with you and from the heart. We've had traders in the room that came to me and said that, you know, they just couldn't get it. They just couldn't do it. But look, once you understand the software and once you trade with it, you'll be like, I can't believe I waited so long to get this, you know? So, Jim has questions. Yeah, Jim, just put your number and Rory will give you a call tomorrow at 1 o'clock. All right? You're welcome. You're quite welcome. Look, all I can tell you is that I will do everything I can to help you with your trading. Whatever I can do, you know, I do every couple of weeks, I do a class in the room. We go over the setups. I do a class for new people. Look, my goal is for everybody in my trading room to be successful traders, to make the money that they need and be consistent with their trading, because I know how it is not to be. So I do whatever I can to help whoever needs help in the room. Alrighty. So we've been going for an hour. I wanted to keep this webinar to an hour and respect your time. So that's all I have for today. Hope to see everybody in the room, and Brad and Kristen, Rory will give you a call after. Yes, Brad, I do trade multiple accounts with, so here, let me go ahead and show you. I have my trade copy right here. Come on. I have my trade copier right here and I'm set. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 accounts right now that I'm trading. So I use the trade copier. All right, I use the trade copier. I have 6 funded accounts and sorry, 6. I have 10 funded accounts and I'm working on 6 more. I don't trade all my funded accounts every day. It all depends on the market. If the markets are kind of choppy and not really trending, then I won't trade them all. If the markets are trending, I'll trade them all. I don't want to risk all my accounts on choppy markets. So look, right now we're right in the middle of summertime trading. So it's a little bit tougher, but you know, if I show you today's, so today we made 360, no, this is June. So today we made 400, Monday we made 688, but look at last week. Monday was slow, Tuesday was great, Wednesday was slow, Thursday was good, and Friday was good. So how long do I let my funded accounts trade before I lose them? I haven't lost them. I don't lose them. Because here, this is what I do. When I get a funded account, you know, you have to go through the whole process again. You'll need to make 3,000 and then you need to make $2,600. And once you make $2,600, your trailing drawdown goes away. So when I get a new account and I'm working on passing it, once I pass it, I only trade micros on that account until I build it up. And that's how I don't lose them, by just trading micros on them. It takes me longer, you know, some days it takes me longer, but it's okay. Yeah, I know. Buellnox only allows 11 accounts. I have some Tradeovate accounts also. Okay. All right, everybody. Thank you for attending. Roy will give you a call, Brad, and who else was it? Christian, and look forward to working with each and every one of you in the trade room. Okay? Thank you for attending. Have a great rest of your afternoon and take care. Bye-bye.